I noticed something interesting happening between Jesus and his mother Mary at the wedding in Cana. This is the setting of Christ's very first miracle. But I want to point out something else that's going on here. So we're in John 2, and Jesus and his disciples are at a wedding feast, and Mary's there too, when suddenly the wine runs out. And so Mary goes to Jesus and simply says, "They have no wine." She doesn't phrase it as a question and say, "Jesus, what should we do?" Or as a directive saying, "Jesus, do something about this." No, she simply states the problem. Now, in the culture of that day, running out of wine at a wedding was a huge social embarrassment. It was shameful for the groom's family. And watch what happens next. Jesus replies, "Woman, what does this have to do with me? My hour has not yet come." Now, at first glance, it sounds like he's saying, "No, I'm not going to do anything about this." But Mary doesn't walk away. Instead, she turns to the servants and says, "Do whatever he tells you." Mary clearly and implicitly expects Jesus to act. She hears his words, but she trusts him enough to believe that he'll still do something. Why? Well, because she's his mom, and moms know things. But more than that, she knew who he was. From the angel Gabriel's announcement before his birth to everything that she'd seen raising him, Mary had every reason to believe that her son was no ordinary man. And sure enough, Jesus does act. He turns water into wine, and John tells us this was his very first miracle. In verse 11, he says, "This, the first of his signs, Jesus did at Cana in Galilee, and manifested his glory, and his disciples believed in him." What I want us to also notice is that Mary models for us here a powerful principle of faith. She brings the need to Jesus, and then she tells others, "Do whatever he tells you." That's trust. And honestly, that's still the best advice anyone could give today. Bring your need to Jesus and then do whatever he tells you.